Hey guys, it's Jon Belcher here. I just had something on my mind that this is probably one of the most powerful videos that I've ever done or ever will do. And it's going to be talking about one of the laws of the universe, right? Or you could also call it the law of success or whatever. And just like anything else in life, right? If you want a certain result, there's certain type of laws that you got to abide by, that you have to follow in order to change your situation, in order to change your life. And then when I started understanding these laws, when I started actually understanding what these laws mean, that's when everything transformed for me. That's when I started making more sales than ever before in my business. That's when I was able to quit my job. And that's when I was able to basically step into my power as an entrepreneur. And one of those laws, and this is the real reason why I know that success is coming your way very fast, and why I can say that I know that for a fact that success is coming your way, depending on how you understand this law right here. Now, one of the laws of the universe is the law of rhythm, right? The law of rhythm. And that's a very, very, very powerful law. It's one of the laws that actually can't be transcended. It can't be changed or transformed. It's actually constant to everything in life. And the law of rhythm basically says that the world and things, nature, everything moves in cycles and patterns. And basically when we say things like, I know you've probably heard the term before, right? You throw a ball up in the air and it comes down, right? And what that is basically what, when people say what goes up must come down, what they're basically talking about without even noticing it and realizing it is the law of rhythm, right? Now, the law of rhythm basically means that, for example, wake up in the morning, there's a day, right? Then later on, there's a night, right? Night and day. That's an example of law of rhythm. Another example is the law of rhythm, tides, right? They're high tides, low tides, right? High tides, low tides. Another example of the law of rhythm is just consistent cycles that just keep on going. The seasons, right? For example, you have spring, fall, summer, right? It's just the constant rhythm that goes on. The world rotating around the sun, right? The law of rhythm that everything in the universe, in the world, is constantly in motion and moving, but it has its swing phases, right? It has its ups, it has its downs, right? And once you understand the law of rhythm, and you understand it and you apply it to your life and business, you can understand that everything happens for a reason and everything happens on purpose. And I'm gonna explain to you exactly what I mean. For example, a pendulum, right? A pendulum is a perfect depiction of how the law of rhythm works. It's basically like these strings or whatever with the balls, the magnetic balls at the end of them. You've probably seen them at some people's desks, at offices and whatnot. And basically what the pendulum does all day is swing. It hits the ball, and on the other side it swings to the equal magnitude, comes back, swings back that way, hits again, swings, and it goes back and forth constantly the same exact distance, right? And that's depicting the law of rhythm. So what I mean by that is this. You see the economy, we have times in life, right? In the economy when things are great, people are having a good time, making a lot of money, everybody's getting jobs or whatever the case may be, the economy is running and pumping. Then we have times when we go through a depression, we have a time where we go through a recession, right? And this is basically just the cycle, right? The law of rhythm. In other words, what I'm basically trying to say is that in anybody's success or any type of success at all, like for example, when I first got started in business, right? A couple months after I got started in business, about 2 years straight, right? Had tons of success, right? Got started in the business at the right time and all that stuff. The company was hyped up, everything was going good, right? And then I got to a point in my business where it kind of started going down, right? I kind of started making less sales and stuff like that, and things started to dip. But at that time, I didn't understand that this was simply nothing but the law of rhythm actually showing up in my life, right? It's a simple law that always happens. So this is how I'm going to tell you how to combat the law of rhythm and how to basically become the most prepared for when this does happen to you in your life. Because just like successful people, I don't care how much money you have or how much success you have, right? There's going to be days where you're happy and you're high and your energy is positive. But then there's times when it's low and you're not so happy and you're just not so energetic, right? That's simply the laws of rhythm, right? Not every day is gonna be a happy, go jolly day, right? Not every day you're gonna get all the results you want. Not every day you're gonna have the success you want. But you can have faith in the law of rhythm and know that if I continue to take action at some point or another, I have to get things going my way, right? In other words, the pendulum has to swing in your favor. Based on the law of rhythm, it has to come back and give you the benefit that you want. So I'm gonna explain to you what I mean, right? So now I started having a little slump in my business, right? At the time, I didn't understand this was just the law of rhythm panning out. So you can either choose to react to this law taking place in your life in two different ways. You can either choose to look at it, be discouraged, be fearful, and be depressed that things aren't going the way you like them to go, right? And you can be down in yourself and fall deeper into that slump and that downside, right? Or you can realize that, hey, number one, let me save my money up, right? When things are going good, save my money up, because I understand the law of rhythm means that at some point or another, things are going to kind of plateau out or kind of drop a little bit. So as long as I'm prepared for that drop mentally, financially, and spiritually, this law of rhythm won't affect me in a negative way. And then what happens is when things start to go good again in your life, you will know how to keep that good continuously coming because you understand the law of rhythm. So what I mean by that is this, right? If things start not going so good in your business, that's the perfect time to basically grow mentally. That's the perfect time to basically grow, get the education you want, get the training you want, right? I have coaching programs, one-on-one coaching, training products for my team, right? All that stuff, the tools and stuff like that, training strategies, showing people step by step how to get results and stuff. So when the law of rhythm starts to basically go through a cycle, when it's on the downside for you, right? In business, right? In relationships, we experience this. A lot of people in relationships, they give up, not realizing that the point that they're at in a relationship is just a downswing, but the positive is coming back in the relationship. So you could either choose to get counseling, work on it at that time of a downswing, because let's just be honest, any relationship, any business, life in general, everyday life, everything on this earth does not constantly keep being better and getting good and good and good, right? You're not constantly going to be in the greatest state is what I'm trying to say. And this is the perfect example of what the law of rhythm is. What I'm trying to break down to you is that things move in cycles. One day is going good and the next day may not be so good, right? So, but once you understand this concept, you can use the downside, so to speak, right, to get your mind right. You can use the downside, so to speak, to understand that, look, this is the law of rhythm just happening, right? And let me get mentally prepared and mentally better so that when my upside comes, it lasts longer than it did before, right? See, what happens is most people, when they reach the downside, that's when they quit businesses, right? That's when they quit on their relationships. A lot of divorces happen when the law of rhythm, the cycles go to the bad side, right? This is a time when people throw in the towel on their dreams, when the law of rhythm is not going in their favor, right? This is a time when usually people do everything that they're not supposed to be doing. When the law of rhythm goes to the other side that they don't want, see, it's easy to be happy and joyous when things are going great. But can you be confident and powerful still even when things aren't going so great, right? And that's going to be a major determining factor to your success. That's going to be a major determining factor to your abundance. Everything you experiencing financial freedom is simply, how do you act when things aren't going so great anymore? How do you react when things aren't on the upside anymore? How do you react if the sales aren't coming in like you want them to? How do you react, right? Do you either get scared and discouraged and run away? Or do you face it, get better, and raise yourself higher at a higher level than the down situation that you're experiencing? Guys, I'm telling you, this stuff that I'm telling you is like, you know, you'll see, right? You'll learn it soon enough what I'm talking about. But the law of rhythm, guys, I'm telling you, just tells you that life is like a continuum, right? And there's cycles, right? There's cycles of ups and downs. But once you understand the law of rhythm, you can take action in an empowered way, knowing that your upside is coming. See, that's the key. You got to understand that the upside always comes back. Even if you went from an upside to a downside, the upside always comes back again. And that's simply the law of rhythm taking place in your life. And then one more law I want to talk about really, really fast before I finish this video is a very simple law, right? This law of cause and effect, right? And basically what the law of cause and effect says is that because something happened, an effect occurred, right? Because so-and-so happened, an effect occurred, right? Because I took advantage of an opportunity, the effect of that was me being able to quit my job. Because I take action daily in my business, the effect of that is me getting daily results. Because I went outside and started my car, the effect of that was me getting to my destination, right? And it's kind of sad that people don't actually understand the law of cause and effect, which is also another universal law, right? Cause and effect, that something has to happen first before an effect of it happens. This is why it's always funny to me when people join a business, they don't do anything all and expect an effect of money coming in, because the money can't come in unless there was a cause of the money coming in, meaning your human energy being applied to that business to cause the effect of money coming into your business. Oh man, I gotta slow down. I really gotta slow down. I'm really going into some stuff right now. But what I'm trying to say is that an effect can't happen in your life, a change can't happen in life unless there's a cause, right? When you go outside your house and you look at your car, for example, look at a car as a business opportunity, right? It's a potential opportunity